Okay, everybody, today we're going to be talking about a little bit more about the movement of the hips and the structure of the knee joint. For today's video, we're going to start with the flexion movement of the hip. So for flexion, you're going to turn sideways as I am right now, and you're going to take your leg and you're going to go up like this. So basically just bringing the hip muscle up and away from the body. And then for extension, you would go from the top point back down to rest motion. So this is going to be your flexion. This is your extension. Flexion is up and extension is down. Next, we're going to be doing abduction and adduction. So for this movement, you're going to stand like so. And for abduction, you're going to bring your leg up like this and kind of move your hip bone in the upward motion. So this is abduction. And then from here back down is adduction. So up is abduction and then down is adduction. And for the next two terms, we're going to be talking about external and internal rotation of the hip. So this is a little more complex. So basically what you want to do for this one is you want to kind of like bring your leg up, and for internal you kind of want to do your leg like that motion, and then external is like this. So internal is like this and external is like this. And the final term we are going to talk, or the final subject we're going to talk about in this lab video. Okay, so the last part of this lab that we're going to address is the structure of the knee joint. So the knee joint is essentially made up of three bones: the thigh bone, which is your femur; the shin bone, which is your tibia; and your kneecap, which is the patella. The joint head on the femur has two strong body projections, the condyles, which are covered with articular cartilage. The articular surface of the tibia is called the tibia plateau. So basically, the knee joint is your femur, which is like everything here to your knee. This would be your femur. And then your tibia, which is basically your knee down to your ankle, and then your patella, which is your knee bone, which is right here. It's made up of those three bones. And the knee joint is a hinge joint that is responsible for weight bearing and movement. It consists of both bones, meniscus, ligaments, and tendons. And the knee joint, like I stated earlier, is the biggest joint in your body, and it connects your, like I said, it connects your thigh bone, your femur, to your shin bone, your tibia, and it helps you to stand and move and keep your balance. Then your knees also contain cartilage, like your meniscus and your ligaments, including but not limited to your LCL, your MCL, your ACL, and your PCL. So basically your PCL, if I remember correctly, is a ligament that is at the bottom. It's like right here on your knee. Your ACL, which is your anterior cruciate ligament, is on the top of your knee, and your meniscus kind of is somewhat of a tendon that runs kind of in the middle of them. So think of it as like I said, your PCL is on top, so kind of right here. Your ACL is on the bottom of your knee, and you have your meniscus that runs in the middle, connecting them all together.